Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're talking about fall overseeding. And I remember when I bought the house a few years ago, I was like, fall overseeding. I'm going to do this in September, late September. Wrong. You actually want to do this in mid August, depending on where you live. I live in the Northeast, and mid August is a good time. The soil is still warm. Temps are a little high, but the temps are starting to cool down at this time of the year. And I'm going to tell you the first steps to do it. It's okay to start now. The first thing you want to do is cut low. You're going to do a low cut, maybe 1.5 to 2 inches. I did 2 inches here, and I regret it after the fact because what happens is my lawn started to grow back really quickly with all the watering. But I would suggest go 1.5 inches. And you're going to cut low. And when you cut low, you're going to bag. You're not going to mulch. I mulch all summer. At this point, you don't want dead material on the lawn. You want clear soil to seed contact. And once you do that, I'm going to show you some other steps or the next steps to basically have a foolproof overseed. And I'm going to tell you the number one mistake to avoid. And a lot of people think it's so simple and it's common sense, but a lot of people don't do it. So let's get into the video and I'm going to show you what I do to have the best lawn in the fall. Second step here is to dethatch. The dethatching process is to get the dead material off the surface so we can get a clear path from seed to soil. Now, this is a machine, a dethatching machine, or you can use a rake. I probably didn't even have to use this machine, but my rake handle broke and I just ran it over a couple passes and then took the dead material off. The next step would be aerating, and they have tools and machines that puncture holes into your lawn, and that allows air and also the seed to fall into the holes to grow deeper roots. I'm actually not aerating, but I just wanted to show you what that step would be because most of my lawn is actually okay except for these damaged spots. Now, if you have a garden bed, or in my case, have the rock bed under the garden raised garden bed, you don't really want to use your spreader and throw it over there because you're going to have grass growing in between, and it's not going to be what you want. So if you have a garden bed, throw it by hand like I'm doing, and then take the next pass with your Scotch spreader. Now it's time to get to the Milton Cookies. We did all the hard work. Now it's time for dessert. This is where we get to laying the seed, the enjoyable part. I'm laying blackout seed. I've been using this for 2 years. Prior to that, I had good success with Black Beauty as well. But let's lay the seeds. Let's get it. At this point, you're feeling good about yourself. You made some good progress. Now, this the step is pretty important. You need to lay some starter fertilizer. I haven't always done this, but every time I do it, I see better results and the baby sprouts come up a lot faster. So I recommend doing this. The secret to the Holy Grail is watering. I'm going to get straight to the point. I've helped family, I've helped friends, I've helped neighbors, and we've done overseeding in the fall and in the spring, which I've done, and I've had good results with both. The fall is ideal, but you can't skip watering. You need to water 3 times a day. And if you're worried about the water bill and you feel like you're wasting water, I get it. But if you want the results, you have to water 3 times a day. That doesn't mean super deep watering. I water 3 times a day for 15 minutes, if that. I would recommend you setting up a water timer. And I do 3 times a day for about 10 or 15 minutes when I'm seeding. And this keeps everything perfect. Recap: you're going to cut low, 2 inches to 1.5 inches, and you want a bag. You're not going to mulch here. You don't want any material to block the soil to seed contact. So you're going to remove all that. After you do that, you're going to dethatch if you had dead material and remove that as well. After you dethatch, then you're going to aerate. You're going to put holes in your soil to allow air and the seed to actually grow deeper, stronger roots. And the most important thing that I told you that's foolproof is you actually need to water 3 times a day for 15 minutes or so. This is what you're going to look like from September through November. Thick, green, lush, turf. Right in time for football. Like and subscribe. Touchdown.